Hello, Louis. Video number 2, mate. Sorry about this. You were a steward on a banana boat.
That's right. Geese line.
And you had 12. You carried 12 passengers.
That's right.
Would you tell me what sort of people you carried on your banana boat, who you got their supper and their tea and so forth?
All titled.
All titled.
And it was all civil service.
Yes.
The railway.
Yeah. So
Baroness Plummer.
Good
Lord and Lady
she
Palmer.
invented the hot tap, didn't she?
Well, I don't know about that. But basically, and then Lord and Lady Palmer, Huntley and Palmer's either.
Oh.
And needless
anyone
to say,
with Huntley. I went out with a girl with Huntley in her name. I tell you what, she was a tangle in the sack.
Well, never mind. The seagulls. No.
Anyone involved in the RAF?
Sugar plantations.
No.
owners.
Someone involved in the RAF. You might have mentioned somebody who.
No. Yeah. That was what's his name?
What was his name? There's a statue to him in London.
Yeah, I know. Palmer Harris.
Thank you. We just call him Bomber.
Yeah.
You know, because there's no one else with that as a first name,
Yeah.
so you don't need the surname, do you? It's not like Bomber Who. It's Bomber Harris.
He was all right.
Was he? He was all right, unless you lived in fucking Dresden, mate.
I don't.
How long were the trips? How long did they take?
Only a fortnight.
Fortnight there.
3 weeks, really.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Long time.
And sometimes pretty rough at sea.
Long time to know.
Oh yeah. Oh, lots of accidents.
Did anyone ever fall into the bananas, or were they kept very separate from
they
the
were kept
passengers?
separate.
Kept very separate.
And we ended up sometimes on one or two of the ships.
Yeah.
2 are built in Holland, 2 are built in Greenock.
Yeah.
But the ones they didn't have handrails. And so
What?
and some of them. And when they came out, you had a plate glass window for the shop.
Yeah.
And they came out, and she took a roll, and they'd be in that roll.
Oh my God.
And the chairs would be anchored down, and before you knew where you were, you could feel it going, and the chains would snap. Oh yeah, everything went. And it was all cut crystals. Oh yeah, the table. You put the cloths up.
Yeah.
You damp them down, but you still took that roll, and the poor buggers were in the deck then.
Oh no, I can't stand the idea of the aristocracy having a hard time.
But they didn't expect it, did they? They didn't. You pay all that money, and in them days it was quite expensive.
Was it just to go on a banana boat?
Yeah. Oh,
Mate.
it was. They were booked.
Did you know that I'm titled?
What are you?
Well, no, I'm not going to talk to you if you're not going to be respectful.
Title?
I'm the Baroness Toms.
Baroness.
No, Baron. I know. I'm actually known.
He's confused.
I'm actually known as the Infrared Baron.
You come out in the night, do you?
Yeah. I'm just very warming to be around. Because the man is very interesting.
So they chose to do that rather than going on proper cruise ships then?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
And some of them were religious. And they used it like a passenger line, like a taxi in a way.
Did you say they were religious?
Yeah. No, when I say it was religious, in religious...
Oh, they repeated it. They loved it. They got to love it.
The Caribbean,
How fascinating.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
My dad worked on the banana boats briefly for Fifes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they had to chuck it. He was on those
Fife
bananas.
didn't make it work.
He was on those bananas like a rash. They said, Toms, they said, you can't be doing this job and eating half the inventory on the way.
It didn't work. They didn't work in Barry, so geese took over then.
My dad was a ship's engineer.
Oh yeah, that's even
and he entertained his parents briefly on a ship. And he'd been out to India and this and that. And when he entertained his parents on the ship, he got to use the officers' mess, and they were like, because they were very working class when we were on there, they were horrified because they felt like they didn't belong in that kind of.
I know all that.
Yeah.
I've seen that. We'd have the captain's table, and when they had the table of 8, and they were out of class. You know what I'm saying?
I don't believe in
but
class.
There was no class. But there wasn't.
I don't believe in it now.
It wasn't really.
No.
And there's vex me a little bit, because I'm originally from Cardiff Docks, and I've seen the rough and the smooth,
Hey, you always find diamonds in the face of clay.
Well,
you dig the clay, you find the
we
diamonds.
swam in all that.
Yeah. Hey, you're a diamond.